Alrighty guys, so this is a new project I'm working on. It's a 2012 Speed 3. I was told originally that, of course, the motor was bad. This is why I bought it anyway. I was planning to put a 2.5 in a new Speed anyway, so this is what I got so far. It does come with some good little upgrades. It's got, it looks like a CNT downpipe, all the way back 3-inch. Catback exhaust, all that good stuff. It's got some nice, okay wheels. On this one, the problem was the main bearings chewed up the block, as you can't see. Okay, I already have a 2.5 pulled, so this is gonna be more of a step-by-step on putting the block together and torquing it to spec and all that good stuff. So first things first, of course, remove everything from the body, from the car. Makes it a lot easier, along with the transmission there. So first thing is you want to separate or put your motor apart, separate the head from the bad motor, from the bad block. Alrighty guys, so the block is inside now. This is the one I'm gonna be using. I cleaned up the top just a bit. Probably go through it one more time. I did keep for the second gen, I'm not sure if this is stock, I doubt it, but this is the oil cooler, and it has the adapter, and then this is for a spin-on filter. It has the cooler on top. I did keep that one, of course, for this build. I am going to be using all 3.3 timing components on this one. The reason is because the timing components that the block had before were pretty new. I mean, they were practically new until the block messed up. So I did take off the oil pump gear on this one, and I'm gonna put the other one on. It fits right on there. This one only has this big old gear right here, which is cool. It'll save you some money in the long run. Use new friction washers. I already ordered those. It's an easy process, man. So you take off every timing component that you can think of. I need to take this one off too. I was going to use the 2.5, but like I said, the 2.3 one is pretty new, so I'm going to use that one. Next, I'll just go ahead and I already got the head down there. I got the head, so I'm going to go ahead and put the head gasket on. I did switch out the knock sensor. Okay, I'll be using the speed one, and the breather I'll probably use the one for the speed. It was in good shape, and I'll go ahead and clean this block off before it goes on. Okay, so next I'm gonna put the head on there. I'll change the water line, this one right here. It goes to the head, and then after that I'll probably torque everything. All right guys, so I kind of forgot here, but before you forget, before you start putting your head gasket on and stuff like that, make sure this cylinder is up always. Okay, and then make sure your pin on the back for your timing is already on there. The crank's already hidden on the back. I'll twist it just a tiny bit more, but you see how it's hidden right there, so that's perfect. Okay, so make sure you have that first, and then go ahead and put your head gasket on and in your head. Alright guys, so head's on. Now I'm gonna go ahead and install the head bolts. I like to put dip the end right here in oil, okay, and just put them on there. Don't torque them yet, just put them on there a little bit tight. Start from the middle, okay. You can check out the torque procedures online for the Mazda Speed. I am using OEM bolts. These right here, you're gonna need 10 of them. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and put all the part numbers and stuff in the description below. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and just put them on for now and tighten them up just a tiny bit, and then after that I'm gonna go ahead and torque it down. All right guys, so I got the head on. I already torqued down the head bolts. So I like to do 15 pounds first, then in procedure, then go 34 pounds. Then you have to go 90 degrees and then all around, and then another 90 degrees. Now, since they are new bolts, I do like to loosen them up all over again in order. So you start from the outside when you loosen them up, and then you tighten up again. You would torque them again one last time. The reason is just so you can stretch the bolts a little bit and it'll clamp on correctly. So next I did is I put the cams on, okay, as you can see, and then I put the backside plate for the timing, this right here. So you want to do is you want to set it on there and then tighten up the caps, okay? So don't tighten them, so put the cams on, put the tool on, okay? So it'll slip right there. Make sure these two lobes right here are facing each other, okay? And then you put this on, okay, set them on there, and then kind of hold them in place with some of the caps. So you can see they're not torqued down yet, okay? And after that, you put the chain on. Alrighty guys, so this is the next day. I already put the timing chain on, the tensioner right here. I already put it on. I did reuse the one I had before. Like I said, it was pretty much brand new timing components. The washers, of course, you want to get always brand new. Okay, I did get them from Ford, not the actual Mazda dealership. I know they're the same, but Mazda loves to triple their prices or double their prices. And I think I got them each for like $5, almost $6. But I had to use 3. Like I said, the reason is because I'm using the 2.3 timing components. If you are using the 2.5, you only need 2 because you only have one of these things right here. Okay, one of the gears. So this is what it looks like on this here. Usually has something right here to push it up, okay? And this one does not have it, so okay, but it looks like it'll hold correctly, so I'm not worried about that. So the pins on there, the back plate on the camshafts are still there. See, everything's still in place, okay? This is why I released the tension, the pin. There's a pin here, okay? And if you are going to reuse the same one, I mean, it's pretty simple. Let me show you. But the way you would do it is you would squeeze this in and then pull this back, and it'll come all the way down. Once it's all the way down, there's a little hole right there that you put a pin in, and then it'll lock in place until you're able to put it back on. Once you put it back on, you torque these right here, okay? You torque them, and then you release the pin, and that's when all the tension goes out. So you can't see, it's pretty stiff. You can't really tell. Let me show you guys. So these I didn't remove the bolts because I didn't want to use or buy new ones, so I just left them on there. Chain looks like it hasn't been stretched much, so which is perfect. But that's all in time right now. So now we're gonna rotate the engine and then just take care of this problem now, the oil pan. So I'm gonna put the 2nd gen oil pan on the speed, and then plus the oil pickup tube. So I'll go ahead and do that now. I said I'll go ahead and flip this engine around. Might as well just inspect a couple of things, guys. Make sure that bearing right there is in place correctly, the main bearing, because if it's turned the other way or not, then you have some problems. I've had an engine come out bad, and that's how I was able to tell. Okay, so I'll go ahead and do that now. Alrighty guys, so it's time to move on to the to drill the oil pan for the oil return for the turbo. As you can see on this one also, I'm going ahead and put it on that area right there. So it'll be right here. Let me back up a little bit. So right here, and the back side it'll be around right here. Now if you don't want to do the grinding of your oil pan, and you don't have any grinders, it's okay to put it on this side right here where it's already flat, so it'll come out right here, okay, around this area right here, okay. So that's still fine as long as it's kind of flat. I'm gonna put it right here, kind of in between where the bolts would go. So that bolt and that bolt on the bottom of the oil pan. See if you can't see. So it'll be right there. So what I like to do, like I said, I like to grind it down as flat as possible. Doesn't have to be perfect. Okay, you can see there's a rubber gasket thing right here. Okay, so I got it flat enough to where I'm comfortable, and it'll be right here. So just get the same washer with the rubber seal on it, and back up a little bit and kind of measure out. So on this side it should be about right there. It's a little higher than that. Okay, and then just mark right in the middle of it. Put a little dot in the middle, and that way you'll know where to drill in. If you do it this way, like I said, that's fine also. So it'll come out right here. Just it'll be kind of difficult to get that bolt on here for the oil pan. So that's why I like to do it right here. Okay, so I'll go ahead and just start drilling now. It's kind of difficult working one hand over here and trying to film. All right, so there's going to be the area right there. Like I said, you will need a step drill. It looks like this. Get the bigger one, the thicker one, and just go at it, guys. I mean, push down. Okay, kind of right in the center of it, right there, and just go down until it catches. And just go step by step. See what size exactly you need. It. Okay, don't want to damage that. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this off camera. Okay, let me show you guys. All right, guys. So I just finished fitting the oil return thing, and on this one, I didn't put it high enough, so it'll clear the pan. So I had to grind just a bit right here. There's still enough mating surface here, so it wouldn't leak from the block. So as you can see, it has a little bit of space. The reason for that, of course, for the line we're using, the hose. Okay, and on this one, like I said, if you want to put it on this side, that's fine. More over here. So I mean, it's no big deal. Before you actually put it on the block, you want to make sure everything clears correctly. It should clear right there. It should be no issue after that. But I'm gonna go ahead and clean this oil pan real good, dry it off, and then once I'm ready to actually put it in here, put these permanently, I'm gonna put RTV in the in the middle, on the inside. Okay, and then right here too, right in the inside of that. Okay, all over, so that way you just have a little bit more, I guess, security there, or sealant or whatnot. But this should work. Like I said, you want to try to put it as high as possible. Let me show you guys, and just so that it could clear better than mine. See, I think I put it a little bit too much to the left. Okay, but if I would have put it here in there, it would have cleared, great. So you kind of see it. It would have cleared a lot better. But oh well, that should work. See, I should have done it more to the right side of that, just a tiny bit more. So just to have an idea at home, I would suggest putting the hole probably in the middle of this line right here. If you are gonna grind this down, let me show you. So here's the line from the factory, the one that was grinded down. So I would advise you guys to put it right in the middle of that. Okay, right here. So that way it would have been more this way. In other words, it would have been around right there. Just make sure it's your washer's a little bit flat on the thing, which right there would have been it. Kind of see it. Okay, so that was my problem here, but it's no big deal. Like I said, I just grinded this area down, and that way the hose will fit. So in other words, if you would have had it right there, you probably wouldn't have any problems because you clear a lot more. Of course, you need to take that off, of course. So should have been right there. Anyway, well, that's fine. I'm gonna go ahead and clean this out completely, and then I'll put RTE and get ready to move on to the next step. Alrighty guys, so next step is gonna be installing the balance shaft delete. Okay, which is pretty much these two right here. I'm gonna put this plug right, let me show you guys. So right in there, like that. Okay, it'll plug up that hole right here. And then you wanna put this bolt on there. I do use a blue Loctite just to keep it in place. Just in case you guys are wondering what these rods look like on the 2014. They are, let's see, a little beefier looking on this block, certain block. Check it out, this is the caps. I'll show you the difference. So this is from the other 2.5 that we used on the other video. See how different they look? Okay, and even the sides of the rods, these are thinner than this one right here. They're flat looking all the way, so they look a little beefier for sure. On the side, you probably look at them real well. They almost look forged. See how they look? Okay, look at these right here. Okay, so check that out. Right there. See that? Okay, so it looks a little beefier for sure. So hopefully that's a good thing. Hopefully it's a stronger material also. You kind of see it. Anyway, so time to put that plug on there, okay? All right guys, so sorry, it was the other way around. Bolt goes on the left side, and then the thing that plugs it up will be on the right side. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go ahead and put on the oil pan, and I'm gonna go ahead and might as well seal it up now. Okay, and then we'll move on to the timing cover. Alrighty guys, so I got everything, the oil pan fitted on there right, sealed up. Next, you kind of look, this is how I have the line. So it's coming out right here, and then I'm using this one again. Okay, so I kind of fit it just right there. So what I'll do next, I'll cut this line down here, and that way I'll just put that in here. Okay, yes, there's many ways you guys can do it to look better. Of course, you could buy the fitting from the turbo down to a bar maybe, and then hook this up, and it'll look way cleaner. Okay, but this has worked for me for a while, and that's why I'm doing it anyway. So next I'll do that. Alrighty guys, so I just finished the line. So this is what it looks like. Okay, everything's sealed up right. So now I'm gonna move on to the front cover, the timing cover. How to get a new seal. I always like to get a new seal that goes here. Okay, that goes down here. Okay, so that's what it looks like. Everything's still in time. The pin still hitting the crank over here. You kind of see it. All right, so everything's still good. I'm gonna go ahead and seal this up already, and then after that, I'll go move to the oil feed for the turbo. Go ahead. Alrighty guys, so I already put the timing cover on. Put everything correctly as far as torque specs all around. Make sure you have that. Sorry about the lighting, guys. My phone is going dead here, but hope you guys can see. The way I do my timing, everything is still in place. The crank is still in place. The plate on top of the cam is still in place. So I put the harmonic balancer or crank pulley, whatever it is, put the bolt on, okay? And then while everything's still in place, I use my impact. This is how I do it, guys, okay? If you're not familiar with your impact and all that, I don't know, try it some other way. But that's how I do it. To 21, I give it a quick just like that. It's not gonna break anything. I do have a Milwaukee gun. These are pretty good. Just like that. And then I go ahead and proceed and torque it to 75 foot-pounds. And then after 75, you have to do a 90 turn, okay? So you can mark it on your crank bolt, okay? And then on the pulley itself, okay, where you have to be, okay? As long as the 20th tooth, starting from the top. So you count from here, there's a space, and you go 20 all around. 20th tooth has to be right where the sensor, there's a right there. See how it goes right there? So that little mark has, this one on the thing, there's a little mark in there, has to be right in the middle of the tooth, okay? Already marked it. You kind of have, I advise you guys to do the same thing if it's not already on. So mark it to see where it has to be. That way you'll know that everything is still back in time, okay? So after you do this, you're pretty much ready to go. Put your valve cover on, your everything, your flywheel, pressure plate, and all that good stuff. Bolt down your transmission is back to go. Sorry, it's ready to go back into your vehicle. Okay, I almost forgot. After I do that with the impact gun, make sure you take off your pins on the back, your timing pin, and then the plate on top of the cams. That way you're able to torque this to 75 foot-pounds. Okay, and then you do the 90 degrees after that. All right, guys, so I didn't film when I put everything back on. It's already back in the car. I did already turn it on. Everything is good. The only thing is the turbo is smoking big time, so that's another issue on this one. But everything looks good. I have to fix this. One of the bolts broke in there. This one right here, so I just have it come down right for today until I just buy another one of these. I did add a catch can to see if I have to find a good mine in place, but to see just if it'll do any difference on the smoking part. And it looks like I'm screwed on this one. I need to either replace the turbo or just buy the new seals for the turbo and just rebuild it in myself, which is probably what I'm gonna do. I checked for leaks, like I said, check for leaks, and you should be good to go. Yeah, so that's about it. If you have any questions, guys, let me know. I will keep you guys updated. I'm gonna see if I could get some footage of me driving the car, to let you know how it feels. I mean, I already driven the car for about, I think, 100 miles now. Feels really good. Picks up kind of fast. But yeah, so let me know if you guys have any questions, guys. I'll keep you posted on the next project, which should probably be the Evo 8, because I need to finish that one up. It's been a long time on that one. All right, well, let me know if you guys have any questions.